Okay guys, I am back and we are going to start on my next journal, and we are going to be using Tina at Shabbydabbydooddah's new Christmas kit. I believe it is called a Dickinson's Christmas. So let me show you what it looks like, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to do with it. And we'll just start the cover kind of how we did last time. That seemed to work out really good. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness, it's so adorable. And then she's got some of these rich, deep backgrounds that go with it. And I also figured, since we still had I still have blue out from the last journal, it would actually go kind of perfect in here. That's so cute. Look at that little sweetheart there. So stinking cute. And then I just backed it again with the one of my coffee dyed papers. Isn't that beautiful blue? I just love these. And then I backed some of them with the blue cabbage dye papers. Isn't that just stunning? The blue with the poinsettias in there. Oh, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Isn't she sweet? Okay, and then here's the ephemera that comes with it. And honestly, I think she might have them listed in two separate kits in case you don't want the ephemera. And I don't know why you wouldn't, because it's gorgeous. Those blue flowers in there. So pretty. And they're in smaller sizes, so those will work really great on like cards and that sort of thing. I love those poinsettias. And then you get some tags with the kit. Isn't she just cute? I think she's like my favorite character in the whole kit. She's just so stinking cute. I just love her. I love it in blue. I think we might actually make journal cards out of these. Like the ones that Amy at Crafty Cat makes. Maybe out of some book page. So stinking cute. Isn't she adorable? Like I said, I think this one's cute too. And then here's the other page of tags. Isn't that so stinking cute? Oh, I just love it. And I love it in blue. I love this. It's so pretty. I was like, did I print the same one twice? No, I didn't. Yeah, it's a massive, massive kit. You get all kinds of stuff in there. And these are some just little papers you can fold up. And I went ahead and backed those. And then here is an envelope that I backed as well in blue. And some words here. Yeah, so I'm super excited. And I'm still at the point that I can't really print, like, because I'm still having to print off my phone. I still have yet to figure out the computer. I think I'm going to have to take it in somewhere. I think there might be something wrong with it. Anyways, so these end up printing, I think, in the UK, this would be size A4 maybe. So that's the size that my printer is printing at right now for those kits. So Anywho, without further ado, we're going to use this little mini express box from UPS to make our cover. I've never made a cover with a box like a corrugated box. So this will be my absolute first rodeo with something like that. But I thought, hey, why not give it a try, right? And I'm sure I'm going to have to clean it up with like a razor blade. But I figured we'd at least get a good start on it in this video. And then we'll just keep going. Yeah, I'll have to clean that up. But I'm not altogether sure. I may have to end up cutting the pages down of the kit as far as width. That's why one was already cut out, is just to make sure that we had why is that not coming apart? And I have another one that I think we might end up using Amy's kit with. So we might kind of do both, maybe. And I think you'll like the fabric that I picked for this one. I don't have very much left of it, so I figured this, once you see it, you'll be like, yep, that's the perfect color. I hope you all are doing well. I'm almost positive this one will air on Monday. This one will also probably be a pretty quick journal, like the last one was, just because we're getting close to Christmas. And I think I'm going to leave that because that makes a line out to that one there, if you see what I'm getting at there. Maybe we should take it off, huh? I think I need to replace my blade. It's been a little bit since I had a new one in there. And I think this one is going to also be another 3 signature journal, but I think this is the one that we do the cross stitch in. On the like sewing in the signatures, I think we'll do the cross stitch one on this one. That inside layer is kind of a pill. Okay. Okay. See what we got here. I think this will be okay. Yep, I think we'll have to end up cutting those down just a little bit more on those edges. Okay. And it at least gets me a starting point. And I think this is going to be the inside because I'm going to cover it with scrapbooking paper. Oh, look at that. Maybe we don't need to cut off some. Well, we'll probably cut a little bit off to give us a little bit of room, but anywho, I'm going to cover it with this fabric here while we are, oh, I did have it upside down in my little bucket. Yep, I think that's it. Okay, so we have to be really careful because we don't have quite a lot on this one. I was wondering, maybe instead of all of that, maybe, oh wow, look at that. Okay, so that'll work. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna try to do this. It's right at 8. So if we take it to 10, we should be all right. Gives me about an inch on each side. Sorry if I'm mumbling. I'm getting really excited. So when I get excited, and we'll try to cut as straight as possible. Okay. There, we might have enough for another journal cover. Maybe. I think you can see, yeah, you can see the old stuff through that one. Okay. Oh, I think that'll be perfect. Okay. Let's cover this. And I have an idea, and I haven't done it in a long time. But it'll also help us cover up any I don't want to say defects, but it'll help us cover up any shortages we might have when it comes to like paper length and stuff. It is so time to buy more. Now, let's not forget to do this time. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take these off too. Normally we like little fringes, but not on this one. You know, what I might do is go ahead and prepare the other cover too, and maybe we'll make these like, not twin journals, but you know what I mean? They're very similar journals. I wonder what that would look like. Should I do them all individually? I'm not sure. I think I'll wait to decide for just a little bit. So I hope you guys are all doing well. Did I already ask that? I don't think I did. Anywho, it's the night before I have to go back to work. Blah. I mean, I like my job and everything, but, you know, I can think of, I don't know, about 1,000 other things I'd rather be doing. I did get a lot accomplished yesterday and today, though. I will say it was very productive. Not in all the areas I was hoping to get production done in, but still productive. I can't complain. I don't even have any funny oh, I do have something funny. For those of you that know her, know that Grace is literally like one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. And half the time she doesn't even mean to be funny. So we were driving home last night after we went to the feed store. And we were talking about, you know, like, I don't know how much like, videos you guys watch or whatever, but, one of the things that goes around is like, you know, husbands or dads or whatever send their kids into the store for blinker fluid. That seems to be one of the funny jokes they're doing nowadays. Anyways, those of you that know her Grace's humor is very deadpan. Sometimes you don't know she's joking until she smiles. And we're going to have to use corner rounders on this one too. But if you can tell, I'm going to go ahead and wrap as close as I can get. But that corner is kind of messed up, so. Anyways, her humor is very deadpan. So, that said, she says, isn't blinker fluid just eye drops? Do you get it? Eyes, blinker fluid, because your eyes blink. Oh my goodness, she's hysterical. I think I laughed all the way home. I mean, I laughed so hard I almost peed myself. I was just like, things this girl comes up with. And I asked her, I was like, have you heard that before? And she's like, I might have, but I don't remember. But I was like, it doesn't matter. It's still funny. So with boxes, I would definitely, these kind of boxes, I would definitely give yourself a little bit more room than I did with the fabric. And like I said, I'm going to glue some and then we'll put corners on them because it looks like, especially that one dented corner there, looks like it could end up being kind of fussy. So yeah, I can't get it to lay back down like how it naturally came so that I can wrap that in there. So we're just gonna fake it till we make it. And that is why they make corner rounds, right? And I just happen to have some gold. At least I think I have the gold left. Yep. Yep, that'll go just fine. Okay, now for this part here, I am going to use some of this Old Winter. And I think I would like, I want to use that one, but I was maybe thinking about looking to see what I had multiples left of this one, just in case I mess up. Yeah, let's do this one. Yeah, I like that. That'll look pretty, don't you think? Okay, and I'm gonna have to pause you for a second because I want to try a couple of things out, but I gotta go get it out of the other room. I'll be right back. Okay, well that was an epic never mind, because if I do that, then I can't use the corners. What I was thinking about doing is putting lace all the way around here and kind of giving us a little bit extra room, but it's not, like I can't use the corners and do that. And I don't think that this is going to be strong enough to withstand it. Like the corners, like yeah, it's not going to work. But that's okay. We will just cut down the papers instead. So, gotta get my ruler out here and kind of decide what we're gonna do. Okay, so it's about 5.5. So I'm going to cut it. I cut it at 5.25. Okay. Just under 8. So 7 and like 7/8, or 7 and in between 7 1/4. So let's do that one first. 3/4, just over 3/4. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. I'll go ahead and take this. What did I say that was? 5 1/4, right? Measure twice, cut once. Isn't that the rule? Okay, just under 5.5. Okay. Maybe like right there. Like so. Okay, we'll worry about the spine in just a moment because I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with that. Okay, I'm going to ink this. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac for that, provided that it didn't completely dry up from yesterday when I left the lid off for who knows how long. I thought it was only a couple of minutes, but I know I just broke the cardinal rule, right? Don't touch the cover till don't bend the cover up until like the last minute. Okay, now let's ink this one. All right, what are we gonna do with the spine? Well, I think one thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and reinforce it. Which I have to grab the reinforcing fabric. Because believe it or not, I did get a lot of this cleaned up. Almost. I don't think that one's white enough. No. Well, hold on. Sorry, we're puzzling this out together. Or do I want actual fabric? Don't think this will match very well. Darn it, I was really hoping to kind of have this done without stopping and starting, but I'm gonna have to stop for a minute to go get the other Christmas fabric. Okay, I'm still kind of fussing with it, but I think I figured something out. All right, let's move this aside. And I think we're gonna go ahead and trim this down. And I guess I should have measured the spine, huh? Okay, what did I do with the, there it is. About 2.5 inches is all I need. Probably 2.5 by 8 would work pretty splendid. Oh, yeah, we'll go down just a little bit, I think, right? It's just under 8 is what I did. And then we're gonna put fabric over the top of it, but I didn't really want you seeing the UPS through the signatures. Maybe I should send UPS a picture of a recycled box. Wonder if they'd sponsor some of our stuff, huh? Give us all like a little bit of old packaging. Wouldn't that be funny? Okay. Now I think that will lay better. I'm gonna clean that up. I'm gonna have to remember to put a little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? Fray check. That's the word I was looking for. Okay. Now let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now we're going to assume that that side's pretty straight, and it is not. I'm just trying to clean it up just a little because it looks ridiculous how it is. That's not much better, is it? Probably if I got my good scissors out, if they're handy. And they are not. I bet you they're out with Grace's sewing stuff. All right, well. My rotary cutter handy. Now that would be slick. Time we get glue on, and maybe I'll throw a little bit of lace on there, but I think that's about as clean as I can make it for now. Okay, let's go ahead and use this. Spine is really thick, but I'm not sure it's thick in all the ways we want it thick. End up trimming some of that. I should do it now. And I think we'll only get to the corner rounders in this video because I think we're probably pretty far into it already. Into our 30-40 minutes. Debated whether to do that, like push that one down or not, but I really think that we need to. If not, I think it'll end up drying all funny. Maybe we ought to do it on this one too, huh? I think I made a journal out of this fabric last year, but I can't really remember. Unless I go back and watch the videos, I don't remember how, like, what journals I made, and like I remember a few. Like, I mean, I know I made Christmas journals, but I don't know that, I don't remember what I did with them as far as like the covers. Like, I can pretty much tell you which kits I used. Okay, corner rounders, that's what we're doing. And we are getting down to the bare bones of what I have left. That will not be good if I can't find the other gold one. Silver, silver, copper. There it is, I see it now. There we go. Yeah, that is pretty much all she wrote. I'm gonna have to order some ones that aren't the Tim Holtz ones. It's gonna totally bum me out because I really do like the Tim Holtz ones. I like the little thing in there. Okay. And I always glue mine on. And this time I think I'm really gonna let them set before I crimp them down because our cover is so soft. So I think I'll just put them on and then let them set for a second. I have to do some trimming too before we clamp it down. Okay, what I meant by trimming is by going in here before I glue it down and just trim out some of that excess strings and whatnot. Fold it over, maybe. Okay. It's not that easy to get it on that cardboard. Normally it just kind of folds over. Either that or I'm running out of steam today. That could be. Let me see if I can find my little pliers. I never did find those green ones. These will work. Really jewelry pliers, but they'll still work for what we're doing. Okay. All right, let's see if I still have my fray check over here. I used to keep one over here so that we could just do that all together, but I don't see one right offhand, so I think I will just sign off and I'll fray check that while we're away. And then when we come back, we'll just keep working on the cover, and by that time it should be dry. All right, thanks guys for joining me, and we will just talk to you soon. Bye.